the Prime Minister has called this a reformist budget, but clearly that stamp of the Prime Minister seems to be missing. It is almost like a non-budget.
I think these extreme words without content do not suit either an opposition nor the media. Please give me a single reason why you call it a non-budget. It's the first budget which the Congress is proud to present to the country in many years. It's the first budget which has taken a holistic all-India perspective. It's a budget which focuses on lesser-known intangibles which are vital for the structural, foundational efficacy of the railways. To give an example, safety, large allocations made, and the figure has been continuously coming down per million of kilometers from 0.41 to 0.13. Cleanliness, large allocations made. Efficiency of running, food. Then, despite the railway minister being fully justified in increasing even passenger fares marginally, because they would not be unjustified, he has managed brilliantly not to do so, and has managed with a very marginal increase in freight rates. He has managed a all-India perspective with almost 20, 30, 40 trains when I last was in Parliament heard. So how do you call it non-budget?
Sir, he talked about resource constraint. I mean, there is a problem. The fact is that the railways is bleeding. From where will you get the money for all the expansion projects that he has talked about?
A budget by definition seeks to balance the figures. And the bleeding of the railways cannot be ignored. It is something which has gone on. It is something which we have heard earlier. This railway minister can only deal with the future. And for the future, again I am repeating, with resource generation internally and with other marginal freight increase, he has balanced the budget.
So are you saying that this is essentially an election budget because you could not have really looked at non-populist measures of increasing the passenger fares?
On the contrary, I believe, and this budget proves, that bad economics cannot really be good politics, even in the short term. Good politics is never bad economics. The beauty of this budget is that without succumbing to populist pressures, the railway minister has done both good economics and good politics. And that marriage in terms of forward-looking, progressive, efficient budget is the hallmark of this.
So the BJP is saying that the NDA rule states have been ignored in terms of distribution of projects.
You have to just go down the list, which I don't have at the moment. Some 30-40 names have been announced. Yes, there are trains because of a prior focus already of a factory at Rae Bareli, but there are about 30-40 trains in all directions, in every which way of the country. This is not a regional party's presentation of a budget. It has been a national party's, and I can say without hesitation that if you see the geographical names, it covers nook and cranny. Let me give you an example. Northeast marginal border states. Who has provided for them? Now, does it become Congress or BJP state? Or does because Congress is in power in Assam, does it become a pro-Congress? These are states which require railways. So please don't use sensational words, because you people have great weight and your words create a doubt in the mind of the public, which is empty, hollow, shallow, without content.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.